listening to Range Minded from Independence Indoor Shooting. Before we get started, make sure you check us out on Facebook and Instagram at Range Minded Podcast and leave us a rating and some feedback from wherever you get your podcast from. Thanks. This is episode 135, our annual gift-giving guide episode. This year is a little different than most, but thankfully there are still a lot of options when it comes to firearms-related gifts. Some more affordable and simpler to get than you might think. As always, thanks for listening, and we hope you enjoy episode 135 of Range Minded, the official gift guide of 2020. Hello and welcome to Range Minded from Independence Indoor Shooting. My name is Mark Long, and I'm joined as always by...
What's up, guys? It's Steve, all the way back from on the other side of the state again.
Yeah, you made the trek back and safely, thankfully, and we are also joined by...
Well, after technical difficulties, Nick Hoffer is here.
Yeah, you should have heard Nick on his mic before we started. Like Mark was saying, he sounded kind of like an FBI informant. All blurred out and low voiced.
You watch those documentaries where they have somebody who's like undercover still and their identity needs to be protected and they change their voice and it's like super low, and that's exactly how Nick sounded. So I'm glad we were able to get that fixed, and we're back here because we're recording this one before, but it's going to air after Black Friday. And I have a feeling that Black Friday isn't just going to be one day this year. It's going to probably be most of the month, even though there will be some specials here and there. We've done this a couple times now, but thought it'd be a great time to do a gift giving episode and a gift guide for maybe all the new shooters out there and some old standbys you can get for any gun enthusiast in your life if you're running out of ideas.
Yeah, you don't have much time if you're wanting to get ammo or anything like that.
Yeah, I mean, that's going to be probably one of the tougher things to get, but there's a lot of other things you can get that are useful on the range, useful just in everyday life. Some things maybe you shouldn't get, or maybe some alternatives, to maybe what you might originally think, and we'll go over it all today. So. Let's start with the obvious, though. Steve, can you buy somebody a gun for Christmas?
Yes and no.
So can you?
So you can buy like an immediate family member, a child, or a spouse a gun, as long as they're legal to own a gun. They're not a felon or anything like that. But for your buddy that's in California and can't get that AR, no, you cannot buy a gun for him.
No, that's what we call a straw purchase, I believe.
If you do, it could come with a free vacation, state sponsored.
I don't know you'll enjoy that vacation, but...
No, it can't be any worse than any vacation you can take right now anyways.
That's true. That's a fair point. I just figured we'd get that out of the way because, some people think that maybe they can buy a gun for their friend or their significant other or whatever. But yeah, usually immediate family members. That's about it. But there is a way that you can help somebody to get a gun or to buy a gun, rather, for Christmas if that's what they're interested in.
Yeah.
And do you want to share how that's done, Steve?
So I think if you know there's someone in your circle of friends that needs a firearm and you know that they can own a gun, why don't you just buy them a gift card? That's
the magic ticket right there.
Buy them a gift card, send them to the store, maybe go shopping with them, and help them on their journey. Like, well, I was telling Mark off air, so I taught a basic handgun class this weekend while I was over at the store. And there was a gal who just got her citizenship. She was from the former Soviet Union. She's been here long enough to get her citizenship, and it was time for her to, worry about her self-defense and that kind of thing. If you have a friend that's in that boat, or somebody who thinks it's time to worry about their own personal protection and they need a gun, take them to the store and help make some decisions.
Yeah, especially if you've been around.
It's not hard.
If you've been around the gun world a little bit, you can really help somebody figure out what their gun preferences are, or what feels good in the hand. Maybe help them, figure out what they want with renting a gun. That's always a possibility. But yeah, you could always get a gift card and then help them do that, and then they fill out the background check. which won't be a problem because they're allowed to buy, a firearm anyway, or they're don't have any problems with that, and you've helped them out. So,
yeah, that sounds like a great thing to me. I think also if you have someone like that, training is a great thing that you could purchase for them.
Yeah,
that was definitely going to be on my list of purchases.
Yeah, because even if somebody doesn't own a gun but they want to learn how to shoot, it's totally possible to take a handgun class at a reputable place. Usually they have guns for rent, or like we have our first shots class at the shop where we provide the firearms to shoot with. So it's all possible. Just depends on where you go, whether you're in Idaho or not.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at some of these Black Friday deals right online at gun.deals.com, which has all of the firearms industry type Black Friday sales listed on it.
Yeah.
And I just came across an AR 500 plate carrier for $67.
Oof. I don't know. What do you think? Yay or nay?
It's the brand AR 500. It's their Black Friday deal.
That can't come with plates.
It doesn't come with plates. It's the carrier.
Still pretty cheap.
Okay.
The Versus modular plate carrier from AR 500 Armor. $67 after using code RESIST.
Huh.
It accepts 10-inch by 12-inch body armor.
Interesting.
Wow.
That's a heck of a deal, I guess, especially if you don't have a plate carrier.
I just added one into my cart.
Well, we know what Nick's getting himself for Christmas.
I think I'm going to get this for my son.
Oh, there you go.
Plate carrier.
Yeah, actually, that brings up a good point, Nick. If you have a kid, maybe who's getting into firearms, or they like to go shooting or whatever, maybe besides an AR 500 plate carrier for $67, what are some good things that you could get for a kid for Christmas, you think?
So I know that my son asked me for a stock for his hunting rifle. He has a Ruger American hunting rifle. So
okay.
He doesn't listen to the show, so I can say this. He's getting the Magpul stock for that.
Nice.
As well as he's getting a Vortex scope for that rifle, but I haven't decided which one.
That's
and I know Steve. I should get him a Right-on scope, but
do whatever you got to do, man.
Yeah, it depends on where the deals are,
Well, I already have an order going into Vortex.
You can't go wrong with the Vortex. You can't go wrong with.
No,
I think here's another good one, guys. A 10-pack of 30-round aluminum magazines for $95 shipped.
That's a great deal. I was going to say, if you know the kind of gun that somebody has, maybe you're a shooter yourself and you want to get a friend or a family member a good present, and you can never, ever have too many magazines.
Yeah, and that's the thing is you might feel like, I can't afford a gun, or I can't afford a class, or I can't afford a scope or whatever.
Right.
You can go pick up a $15. It doesn't have to be a lot, and I guarantee that gun friend of yours will be excited to get a magazine.
Yeah, or if they got their first AR this year, get them a 10-pack of AR mags or something like that. Or I think a lot of people would be stoked to be getting one of those. Here's
a deal on Brownells. 10 Magpul 30-round P mags, Gen 2, black, 109 shipped.
There you go.
Wow.
Those probably will not be in stock for long, so.
Yeah, now's the time. No. We talked about it a few episodes ago that magazines are probably what you want to get if you need to get something now and you've got some money to burn. So it might be a good gift for yourself.
Yeah.
Oh, I talked about the plate carrier, and here's the plate carrier with the plates for $155 on ar500.com.
So they have the plates and the carrier all together?
Extremely affordable.
Yeah, I think I paid $400 for my plate carrier that I have set up.
Man, that's a heck of a deal.
I wonder what plates these are. I'm sure they're not rifle plates, but
I mean, maybe just to get started, it might be better than nothing. Plate carriers, yeah, and Nick, you were talking about gun.deals. That's a great place to go. Also a dangerous place to go if you have money to burn too, because they have a lot of great deals on all kinds of different stuff. So you got to be careful because all your money could go real fast.
yeah, there's a lot of good stuff on here.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, it's just money too, so
that's true. Money can buy happiness as long as it's gun related.
That's right.
So let's see what else. I had a couple other ideas. We were talking about magazines. I think anybody would be happy to get even a magazine, especially because, like we said, a couple episodes ago, they might be a little hard to find. But I mean, I would love a 10-pack of magazines just whenever. That'd be great.
Well,
yeah.
When I was at the store, I may have bought me some extra magazines.
Yeah,
one or two.
You can never have too many. Ammo is, I would say, a good idea too. Do you think it's a good idea for to buy ammo for somebody? Yay or nay?
Yeah, I think ammo is a good option if you can find it. The downside with ammo is sometimes what's available isn't the best, or maybe you accidentally buy the wrong caliber. So there are some downsides.
Yeah,
I would probably say this: people who are buying firearms related stuff as gifts probably are buying it for somebody that they know pretty well, because nothing is really all that inexpensive.
No, nothing.
No.
So if that's something that you're considering, like I've gotten a few people who came in and bought holsters as gifts, but I've also had a couple of people who wanted holsters as gifts, so they came in and got all the information and then sent that directly to the person that was asking what they needed. But I would say the safe bet is to get a gift certificate or a gift card, if that's like what you want to do, unless you know exactly what that person's looking for. I mean, if it's your wife, if it's your husband, like obviously you might know a little bit better what they want or need, but
yeah. Well, and the other thing too is, like, if the place that you're looking at doesn't have or they don't offer gift cards, you can also kind of like make your own gift card and say, I will buy you, training from this store, or I will buy you a holster from this company, or, because that's the thing about holsters. And that's why I was going to ask, because they're very personal. I mean, obviously, Nick, you make custom holsters and you can make them however anybody wants. But, there are some people I'm sure who are, they only want leather holsters, or they want hybrid holsters, or they want, Kydex or whatever. And if you get the wrong kind, that might not work out well.
Exactly. And for something for me, like a lot of times, this is going to come out after, so I'll say it now. So a lot of times what I'll do for like Black Friday, Cyber Monday, and Christmas is when I sell gift certificates, I'll do like $100 gift certificate for $80.
That's a great deal.
So that way you're not buying someone a holster and then they're wanting to return it, because that's really frustrating on the custom side when like you have something made for someone, like, it's not the right one. So getting the gift card and getting a deal on that is always the best way to do that.
Yeah, because you're still getting a great deal, but then they can take the time to get what they want rather than you trying to guess and surprise them or whatever.
Yeah, I know a lot of people say that gift cards are such an impersonal present. And they kind of are, but in a way too, it's nice for them to just pick what they want and not have to worry about paying for it.
Right. Yeah, you can never go wrong with that. And there are so many places that do offer gift cards, or like I said, you can make your own gift card too, where it's like, I'll buy you X, Y, and Z or whatever,
Yeah, I've never done that.
Well, if you want to buy someone a gift card and you don't like, so I didn't used to offer gift cards or gift certificates, right? But what you can do as a gift giver is you can give a prepaid Visa card and write on there like what you intended it for them to get, and then they can use, obviously they could use it for whatever they wanted. But if you were like, hey, I wanted to get you a custom holster from Hoftac, but they didn't offer a gift card, so you write on the cover, custom Kydex holster, blah, 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 and then you could give it that way. I've done that a lot from certain family members when it came to things that I wasn't quite sure. Same with a gun. If you wanted to buy someone a gun, here's the $400, and we'll go pick out a gun. Here's the card to go buy it. But obviously, you're going to want to take them with you. But you can do it that way. I've done that for my younger sisters quite a bit.
Oh yeah, see, and then you make it kind of an experience too, and you guys can bond over firearms as well. You know.
Yeah, absolutely. And then same, like if you wanted to get someone training, but you didn't know what their skill level was.
What class,
You don't want to buy them an advanced handgun class if they don't even own a handgun.
Yeah.
So it's like, hey, here's a $150 gift card to go and take the some sort of training with me. Like that's kind of a cool idea.
Yeah.
I think incorporating, like you're saying, say, hey, let's go together. I think that is kind of a fun idea, because then you get to watch them really experience that gift, right?
Yeah,
like you could just say, here, go take that class, but you're not in there with them, and you don't get to see how they react. And
I think when it comes to firearms classes for people who are inexperienced in shooting, maybe you're a gun owner, but you're still inexperienced in shooting. Taking that class with your family member or your friend is a lot less intimidating than just being thrown into it. So I know, like when I offer concealed carry classes, I'll do like 2 or 3 a year for just like a group of my customers or clients. They want the class to be filled with their friends and family because they're more comfortable.
Yeah.
And
sure.
I think just like with a lot of things, you get some people in there that are like expert level shooters, and then they intimidate the rest of the class. Whereas if it's your friends, you guys all already have each other's back, and you're kind of more comfortable just starting. I've actually never hosted a enhanced concealed carry class that all 10 people were not friends or family of each other.
Really?
Yeah.
That's not bad.
No, that's really cool.
And it's probably the way that I promote them, because I always promote, hey, if you want to take a class, get together 10 people and I'll host it and I'll bring the instructor. And that's normally how they happen. So,
yeah. And I think that, like you said, it provides a much better learning environment. And people are more comfortable and they'll get more out of it. And, even if somebody is more experienced than the rest of the group, I think they wouldn't let themselves intimidate the rest of them. You know what I mean?
Well,
Exactly.
I hope not. Yeah, I should hope not.
Yeah. Also, there are a lot of gifts that necessarily aren't all that expensive either. Like kind of stocking stuffer gun gifts. A couple I thought of, like one like targets. You can get somebody a pack of 50 targets or something like that, and that'll cost you, $10-$20 or something like that.
Yeah, and normally targets are pretty affordable, especially if you get the big paper ones. You might need a bigger stocking to get them to stuff into.
You just roll them up.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Targets are a good idea.
Well, it's something that everybody can use.
Yeah, and you can. I know. We haven't done it at this store. Ranges I've worked in the past, we would do that. We would just pull aside 10 targets and then sell them for like $5 or something like that, and so you could just buy them as a bundle.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea. I also thought about, and this might be a little. I would imagine the more experienced gun owner might already have something like this, but a gun cleaning kit. I was looking online, and a lot of places said that
was on my list. Yeah.
Oh yeah, or one of those tech mats as well to go with. You could really set somebody up to clean and maintain their firearm really well with a good solid gun cleaning kit.
Yeah, the cleaning trays from the Patriot trays from Hoftac Industries, those are great gifts.
Yeah, see, fantastic gift for everybody, and they can hold your stuff as well.
Exactly.
I have 1 or 3 of those.
I feel like you're undersupplied. I'm looking at 3 of them right now.
So you probably have about 3,000.
I do need to get a couple more of those because they're oddly handy.
I'm thinking about doing because I'm starting to have so many different designs, and actually, another teaser for people. We're getting a Patriot Trays Amazon store, so we're gonna have
nice.
trays on Amazon. But I'm starting to do a lot of different inlays, so the imprinting on them, so not just our logo and logos, but a lot of. I think we have Space Force, we have the Come and Take It ones, we have the Trump ones. They're like 10 now, but I think I'm gonna start doing like a 3-pack of them.
Oh, nice.
That'd be cool.
So you just get like three different designs on each one. Because I literally, the one sitting next to my bed that I put my stuff in right before I like get up, or my watch and my phone and stuff, I swap it out for the different designs every like month or so.
Nice. Yeah, that's definitely find a lot of good gift ideas at the Hoftac Ranch for sure.
Yeah, there's not just holsters on that website.
You know what's funny is those trays are actually. I probably sell more of those trays than I do gun holsters.
Really?
Yeah, because it's one of those things where it's like it's for anybody, and those are the types of things like when you're looking at gifts. It's something that no matter what gun you have, most gun owners are what they call EDC enthusiasts, so everyday carry. So you got knives, you got keychains, you got wallets, you have guns, holsters, all of those magazines, flashlights, fidget spinners. I know that sounds stupid, but they're still a really big thing.
Yeah, a lot of people carry that stuff.
Those little keychain knucks that you put in your pocket, any little self-defense type thing, those credit card knives.
Even pens and stuff too. People are big on pens.
Oh yeah, pens are huge. My buddy over at Urban Survival Gear, he makes only like tactical pens, and that's his whole business down in Texas.
Really?
Yep. And I said fidget spinners because I had a customer who was a client who I did holster shells for. He shut down his holster business to only make fidget spinners.
What?
Wow.
Yeah,
Steve, do you know what a fidget spinner is?
Yeah, I know what a fidget spinner is.
He makes high-end fidget spinners. They're between $100 and $500 a piece.
Are you kidding me?
Not kidding you. They're brass, titanium, magnesium, like all kinds of crazy metals.
That is nuts. He probably makes decent money doing it too.
Yeah, when he told me that, I was like, nice. Like I kind of laughed like you did at first, and then he started telling me, he's like, dude, we sell 10 fidget spinners to every holster that we do.
That's insane.
That is crazy.
And that's kind of like how I am with the trays. Like people will buy a holster, but they'll buy 3 trays off the website.
Not bad.
So things like that. There's lots of options on the internet for like different wallets. I know like we've been selling a bunch of leather belts right now. I just posted on our Instagram the leather belts that we were selling. They were $60 and in stock, shipping right away. So that's an option as a good belt if you know their belt size. Otherwise, again, like gift certificate to a company that makes belts.
Yeah, that's actually a fantastic idea because like we've talked about before, you know, that you need to have a good belt in your concealed carry setup or else the whole thing's kind of moot. And a lot of people, I think, don't think about getting a gun belt. So having that would definitely help out any kind of new gun owner. So maybe go and think a little beyond just like maybe firearms, like Nick said about EDC or, you know, kind of chances are they're going to be into something like that, you know?
Yeah. You know, and here's the other thing too is most likely your gun friends are going to be dropping hints like, oh man, this gun really hurts my hand. I wish I had some shooting gloves, or, you know, they're going to be dropping hints. You just got to be listening for them.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you can even ask too. I mean, you know, I'm sure that, I mean, between the three of us, we probably have about 100 things that we would probably buy right now if we had an unlimited supply of money, or, you know, just, you know, would have the time or maybe to buy it for ourselves, but we'd take it as a gift, you know, any day. And so you know, don't be afraid to ask what somebody's looking for, especially if it's for a family member or something like that. You know, it's there's no shame in that, I would say.
Yeah, absolutely. And one thing I think we touched on a little bit, but I really like handheld flashlights. Like no matter what the brand is, if it's a $20 flashlight or a $300 flashlight, I can never have enough handheld flashlights.
Yeah.
Well, they come in handy all the time. Like,
Yeah.
that's one of those gifts that anybody can use at any time.
Yeah, you can use them anytime.
Saying that makes me want to go and order a bunch of those Streamlight pen flashlights and do another run of those because I like to laser those with my logo.
Oh, yeah. I mean, those are super cheap, aren't they?
They're like, I think retail price is like $25.
Yeah. And by cheap, I mean they're affordable. They're not like bad fire or bad pieces of gear, but...
Oh, no, they're a great light. There's an aluminum body flashlight. It's got a pocket clip on it, and it's about the size and diameter of a Sharpie.
Yeah.
So I used to carry one of those in my pocket all the time, but I gave away the last one.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I'm really bad. I'm really bad about giving stuff away to people when I meet them and I don't have like a business card or something. And I've given away probably 25 holsters that I was wearing.
Here, wow. You're a generous soul.
Yeah. Well, I know.
That's good advertising.
My accountant hates it, but it usually works out in my favor.
Yeah, I was, what about, let's talk about real quick about like brand new shooters. Like maybe, like you said, they have their first gun and, they have nothing else to go with it. What would be some things, maybe besides training, like some convenience, like range tools or something? Is there anything that you would get them?
A little handheld gun case or one of those little zip up things for their handgun is a good idea.
That's what I was going to say.
Because like if we go to the range, you can't walk around with a gun in your hand if you're going into the range. So
right.
They need something to put that gun in, whether it be a holster or a little gun bag. And those are affordable. You can get some really good quality little zip up gun envelopes for $20 and or even less. And it's just nice. It's a practical gift.
Yeah, I would say that. Also, especially if they're not used to loading their own handguns, a speed loader, like a Maglula or something like that.
Yeah, those are awesome.
Especially because, not every range has speed loaders at the ready like range or like Independence does.
Yeah, and we use those this weekend a lot.
Oh, yeah, especially because I think some people get their hands start to hurt and they don't want to. They don't want to use. It might just be harder to keep shooting. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so anything you can make.
It definitely puts a hamper on the day if your fingers are sore from loading metal lipped magazines.
Yeah. So definitely a great option there. We talked about cleaning kits. Let's see what else. Any other ideas for ear protection and eye protection? I think a lot of people don't think about getting that for the range.
Those are good ones. I was trying to find them on the Rhino Metals website, trying to see. Steve, remember they used to have those little individual
little locking boxes?
Yeah, the little lock box, and they were like $25-$30.
Yeah, they were really affordable. In fact, when they'd come do like our range days, they would just be giving them out.
Yeah,
but I think they're under $30.
I can't find them on their website right now, but those are a great option, especially for someone who is a first-time gun owner and only has one handgun. Like, just giving them an option of a way to store that.
Yeah, they can't afford a big safe, but they need somewhere to lock up their gun.
Yeah, or they don't even need a big safe yet because they've only got one gun.
You always need a big safe.
That's true. Steve, you also mentioned shooting gloves. Can you maybe talk a little bit about that being a great gift idea?
Yeah, so we had a couple come in take the basic handgun class with me on Saturday, and she was shooting the EZ, the Shield EZ. Yeah. And normally you wouldn't think of that as a gun that beats somebody up, but just for some reason, the way that grip safety, it was just interacting with her hand was red and sore.
Really?
And so we got on the conversation about shooting gloves, and they asked, well, do they even make anything like that? And I was like, well, sure they do. Yeah, there's a lot of options. And I've seen a lot of the lady shooting glove options, and some of them get kind of expensive. And what I counseled her to go do is just go to a sporting goods store and just get like a kid's football glove. and they tend to be a little bit more affordable, and they're grippy, and they'll work just fine.
Yeah, that's a great idea. They don't have to be like the tactical, like, big deal gun.
Yeah, usually
glove.
the shooting stuff for ladies has lots of lace, and they're like over feminized, I guess. I don't know what you want to call it, but
yeah, or they're pink or something, or
yeah, they don't have to be tactical either. They just need some kind of a barrier between the gun and the palm of the hand.
Right.
Yeah, that's a great idea. So I found it. It's called the Rhino Lockbox, and it is $29.99.
Oh yeah,
that's a great. And I'm sure that they're going to have some sort of a site-wide sale, so you're going to get it for like $25.
Yeah, and the folks at Rhino, they're pretty awesome.
And this comes with it's the little single pistol lockbox, and it comes with a cable that you can use. So what I like them for is I have one that used to be in my truck, and you can wrap it around the base of the seat, and it can't be stolen out of your truck. Or you can have it in your nightstand, on your nightstand, so that kids or guests can't get to your gun. And it's just one of those little star keys to open it up.
Yeah, I've got one. And I think it's a good option to have in your home or in your vehicle, like you're saying.
Yeah, I think, and it's actually a great thing to think about if maybe you live in a state, or the person you're buying the gift for lives in a state where you maybe can't conceal carry in as many places as we're lucky to be able to conceal carry at. You might have to store your firearm in your vehicle safely and securely, and it's way better than the glove box. That's for sure.
Yeah.
And I have one more thing as it comes to storage. So I used to work with this company, and they've kind of blown up. And Steve, I'm sure you've heard of them. It's called Stopbox USA.
Yeah.
So this is that plastic gun storage box for kind of the same thing as what I just talked about, but it's got a little combination to unlock it, and they are a little more expensive. They retail for $80, but I'm not sure if they're having a sale or not because it doesn't say. But these are a great option. So if you want to look into a gift as far as gun storage for an individual gun, they have these things called the Stop Box, and they come in like 10 different colors too.
Well, that's cool. And it's a polymer.
Yeah, it's injection molded, and the combination is kind of like a hold down the same 3 fingers and your thumb on the buttons, and then it pops open. So it's mechanical. There's no key, there's no biometrics, there's no electronics. It's all mechanical.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not a bad way to go. I think they make one like an AR chamber lock too, which is kind of the same deal, right?
They do. They just came out with that.
Yeah, I've seen that online a little bit, and I thought that was kind of a cool thing, because some people do store their ARs by their bedside, or somewhere that's a little bit more accessible than in a safe all locked up. But having that little bit of security might be a good thing. So
yeah, that makes me think if you
just came out with that. So
sorry.
Go ahead, Steve. Sorry.
While we're talking about Rhino medals, maybe another option is if you have a little bit extra money to spend for that loved one, or maybe even for yourself, is Rhino's got those little nightstand safes that are super cool looking, and they can be, they're not cheap, but it might be a nice option for maybe your man cave or something to throw something that looks antique and old school, but new and functional. And Rhino Metals has some awesome options for locking up documents or firearms.
Yeah.
So that's a great idea, but I can't afford to buy that for anyone. No,
it's expensive, but you never know. You might have a little extra money. We're talking like $500. I think well, maybe not. I probably shouldn't say anything until I get on their website.
On their website, they're $800.
$800.
Oof. Yeah, that's a little pricey, but you could also, maybe have a gift for yourself. There's nothing wrong with that.
I'm on the Stopbox website, and I see what Mark was talking about, the AR chamber lock. And so they actually have holiday bundles on here right now. And you can get the chamber lock and the stop box for $149.
Oh, wow.
Not bad.
Yeah. So that's a $89 savings according to their little write-up here. And there's there's 4 different bundles in here that include different things. So you should check those out.
Yeah. Like I said, there's
USA.
Yep. And they're made in the USA. It's a Washington State company. I remember I worked with them for a while because they were working on a holster design, and they kind of put it on hold while they launched the stop box. So
gotcha. Nice. Talking about going back to training a little bit, we've talked about this particular thing a couple times before, but it's a little more important now that ammo is kind of a hot commodity. But we talked about the Mantis X a few times, and getting that for somebody maybe as a dry fire training tool would be a great idea.
Yes,
they're not the cheapest, I think I'll go ahead and say that, but you get a lot more out of your dry fire practice, I think, that way. And
you're going to be spending a couple $100, but they are going to be saving a lot of money in ammunition.
Yeah. So it actually, if you think about it right now, it might actually pay for itself.
Yeah.
I tried to buy one of those in the store at the range, and they only have the accessories.
Yeah, and I talked to Levi about that again because we need more. In fact, I told him when I was over there, it's like if we had the 10X, their brand new one.
Yeah,
I would have been taking it home. But
well, me and Steve are trying to buy one because we want to compete against each other.
Oh yeah, because you can download. Well, you do download the app on your phone, and then you can compete like with your friends and stuff. I think, right?
Yeah.
So right. Go ahead.
They have like a database, and you can compete against all different users.
Yeah, it's almost like getting the high score on a game or something like that. Something similar.
Which makes it fun because then you're not only competing against yourself and bettering your skills, but you have a little bit of bragging rights at the same time.
Yeah, it gives you a little motivation to get in there and to shoot better. And those skills definitely do translate to the range.
Yeah, I think it's pretty awesome. So
it's good for you.
Yeah. Anything that comes to mind that's like a terrible don't ever get anybody a gun sort of idea or a gun gift idea?
Well, I thought it was a good idea, but maybe it's on the bad idea list. So Hoppy's number 9, they make a car freshener. So
I think that's a great idea.
I have one.
Put that in the bad idea.
I have one somewhere. I can't remember where I put it. But yeah, you can make your vehicle smell like Hoppy's number 9.
Why not?
Steve, have you ever used Ballistol oil?
I have not.
Oh, that's what I'm getting you for Christmas. It smells like dirty feet.
Awesome.
It is so bad. We used to use it when I worked at Tactical Solutions to we sprayed it on the AR steel barrels so that they didn't rust, and it would when it dries, it turns into a gel.
Oh, geez.
It's so bad. It smells so bad. I used to fight the management on it all. I'm like, can we just get something different? Because this makes our entire work area smell like dirty feet.
Ugh. Horrible.
It's a great lubricant and it's a great cleaner, but the smell it's not worth it to me.
It's just so bad, huh?
And the stuff's not cheap either. It's like $30 for a spray can.
Oh, geez. Definitely not cheap.
We talked about maybe if you're buying a gun for a loved one, if you are buying a handgun for your wife or your girlfriend or whatever, don't buy her a small, pretty little pink gun.
Yeah, it's not going to go over well.
Without her knowing it. Maybe that's what she wants, maybe whatever, but make sure she's with you first when she picks it out. Don't just go for it.
I was going to say, we did an episode on this where if you're going to buy a gun for somebody, you need to have the person there to get something that they'll actually be able to shoot.
Yeah, and something they'll enjoy shooting, because you could inadvertently turn them off to shooting.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Super easily.
Yeah. So any other ideas, gift ideas, maybe good, bad, or ugly?
You could always buy yourself another AR-15.
Yeah. Or AR parts.
That may have happened this weekend too.
Yeah. Christmas came early for Steve.
I'm gonna go with my top unbiased pick for a gift purchase, which I won't say the Patriot tray from me, but the Stop Box. Like, I'm still on their website, and I think that I think this is going to be a gift that I buy somebody.
Yeah.
Yep. So that's my top pick.
I think it definitely promotes safe gun ownership. So I'll have to give it a thumbs up as well.
Yeah, I like the education idea. I think with right now where everything is kind of crazy and expensive, education hasn't gotten any more expensive. So I think buying a class for you and a loved one or you and a buddy is a good idea.
Yeah, I agree. Cool. Well, there's the gift guides for 2020.
Yeah.
So
long live the Republic, right?
I think that does it. Unless you guys have any other ideas.
That's all I've got.
I don't, but I guess you'll be hearing this after Black Friday. So tell us what good deals you found. If you found something totally awesome and amazing and you're willing to share what you found and where you found it so we can go buy one too.
Yeah, like I said, I think that a lot of companies are going to be offering Black Friday deals for a lot longer than just Black Friday. Now, I could be wrong. There might be people that do only have Black Friday deals. However, I think this year's going to be a little bit different by comparison. So,
yeah, it's going to be an interesting holiday season, I think.
Yeah, I don't think the gun sales are going to slow down anytime soon. So, ammo and guns are still going to be hard to find, if not more hard to find, but...
Yeah, when I was in the store the other day for that class last weekend, they posted on the Facebook page that they had copious amounts of 9mm, which is good because I need to get some. But within a day and a half of me showing up and them posting it, it was gone. All gone.
Yeah, it goes fast, and people are going to... I think gun stores are doing a better job now than they have in the past of... kind of rationing it out for people. But that doesn't mean that, it's not going to go fast. Because whether you have one person buying 100 boxes of ammo or 100 people buying one box, it's still going to go fast either way. So,
yeah, it's really frustrating. But what do you do?
So, but yeah, gun.deals is a great place. Like I said, this is going to be after Black Friday, but I know that Independence is going to have some great Black Friday deals as well, and probably past Black Friday as well, just holiday deals in general. So keep your eyes out there. And if you want to share your holiday deals that you got or maybe that you've got going on, let us know. Podcast at iishooting.com or Facebook and Instagram at Range Minded Podcast.
Yeah, be safe, guys. Take somebody out shooting, and remember who you are and what you stand for.
There you go. Thanks for listening. We'll talk to you next time.
All right, be safe. See you guys.
See ya.
Thanks for listening to Range Minded. Find us online at Range Minded Podcast on Facebook, or send us an email at podcast@iishooting.com. We're always happy to get feedback, episode suggestions, whatever you want to send us, really. And be sure to subscribe to us on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, and pretty much wherever else you get your podcasts from. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time.